Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Emigh, and today I have a very special project to share with you. A woman recently brought me 2 rings, both incredibly sentimental as they belong to her grandmothers. One ring, a wide yellow gold band with worn out engraving, belonged to her father's mother. The other, a classic 3-stone yellow gold diamond engagement ring with a white gold plate for the center diamond, belonged to her mother's mother. These rings date back to around 1915 to 1920, and each carries a rich history. Before we begin, let me show you a close-up view of these rings. You can see how they were worn beside each other for many years, causing the bridge work of the engagement ring to break apart due to constant rubbing. The shank of the ring also wore so thin that it broke in half. This wear and tear is a result of friction, dirt, and the fact that gold is a soft material. This is a great example of why I always recommend soldering engagement rings and wedding bands together if they're being worn beside each other. Before we begin the transformation, the first step is to give these vintage rings a deep cleaning in the ultrasonic cleaner. This process removes any dirt and debris accumulated over the years, ensuring a pristine starting point for our work. Another part of this customer's project was she wanted me to recreate her engagement ring and wedding band. This was a channel set diamond wedding band, and I recorded removing these diamonds, but unfortunately that memory card has gone missing. So imagine me pulling the diamonds out of this band. But this is her diamond engagement ring, and it's a simple solitaire. She hasn't been wearing it, and it's probably for the better that she has been wearing it because these prongs do not look very good or secure. Stay tuned to the end of the current project and I'll show you what I ended up doing with the diamonds from her engagement ring and wedding band. I decided to use the wider yellow gold ring as the base for the new ring. However, it was very old, thin, and fragile, making it unwearable in its current condition. It was also too small for her finger. To address this, I created a yellow gold sleeve that fits her finger size perfectly. This sleeve will reinforce the thin ring, making it durable and wearable. While examining the original ring, I found a small kink in the band, possibly from a previous sizing. I decided to cut the ring at this spot to eliminate the defect from the design. After cutting open the wedding band, I decided to anneal the ring, which is a process that relaxes the yellow gold, making it softer and allowing me to form the perfect round shape I need to fit perfectly over the new gold sleeve. To anneal yellow gold, I heat the ring to a brick red color for around 30 seconds, and then I quench it in water. Now with the metal in a relaxed state, I can be sure that this is going to be a perfect circle. To solder the wedding band onto the sleeve, I'm using a process called conduction soldering. First, I'll melt small pieces of solder to the inside portion of the wedding ring. Then, when I slide the wedding ring over the new gold sleeve, I'll add soldering flux to the seam between the rings to create the perfect atmosphere for the solder to flow. I'll then heat the sleeve to the solder's melting point, causing the solder to melt and flow between the rings in a capillary action, adhering them together as one. And you'll notice the slight discoloration up top here, that's just fire scale. I have a chemical that will easily remove that, and polishing will also help. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these turned out so far. Next, I focused on the mother's engagement ring. I carefully cut the white gold plate containing the center diamond, preserving its original setting for added sentimental value. I drilled a hole at the top and center of the new ring to accommodate the diamond's culet, allowing it to sit nice and low on the finger. This hole will also be beneficial for the owner in the future when she wants her ring cleaned, as it will allow dirt and debris trapped underneath the diamond to easily come out. Using my laser welder, I attached the diamond setting to the sleeved ring with precision. Now it's time to set the 2 smaller accent diamonds using a technique called bright cut setting. Bright cut setting diamonds is a very time-consuming process, but it's actually one of my favorite methods of setting diamonds. It requires a lot of time and there's not much room for error. To do that, I'll drill holes on either side of the center stone, large enough for those diamonds to fit in place, and then I'll use a tool called a graver that will allow me to hand engrave pieces of metal that will be used as prongs, and it looks very decorative, which adds a nice finishing touch. A graver is basically a sharpened piece of stainless steel. I have a variety of gravers for different tasks. This one here will just be an exact point that's able to cut right through the metal. I connect it to an air hammer that also provides the power necessary to slice through this gold with ease. This style of stone setting is very tedious and time consuming, but I always enjoy doing it as I often find it satisfying to watch the metal get carved away little by little. I drilled holes where the stones would look best and used a pneumatic air hammer and engravers to create a triangular shaped setting. I decided on triangular shaped settings because these were originally set in triangular shaped settings in the mother's engagement ring, and I wanted to honor that design in this new ring. I secured the diamonds with 3 small prongs raised from the gold. With the stones set, I polished and buffed the ring, followed by a deep cleaning in the ultrasonic cleaner. The result is a stunning piece that seamlessly blends the histories of both grandmothers into one beautiful ring. This customer absolutely loved the ring whenever she picked it up. It was exactly what she envisioned and more. It's always so satisfying to witness the customer's dream come to reality and see their reaction and emotions whenever they pick up their new heirloom transformation. But that's not all. Remember earlier when I showed you this customer's original engagement ring and wedding band she also brought to me to consolidate the diamonds into a new ring? I created a 14 karat white gold ring, setting the diamonds from her wedding band as a hidden halo. She plans on wearing this ring on her middle finger as a fashion ring. It's a beautiful way to give new life to cherished pieces and create something unique and wearable for every day. Projects like these are some of my favorites to create. It's such an honor to be entrusted with family heirlooms, knowing that these pieces will now be worn and cherished daily and eventually passed down to future generations. If you enjoyed this type of content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this sentimental jewelry transformation, you should go check out this video next. See you next time.